Hello everybody, Dadas here, Dadas Trading System Workshop, and welcome to the next episode of the Trade with Dadas series. Okay, so let's discuss what happened today. Yesterday I was telling you about my, let's say, new experiment, or trying to fit in the range bars into the Dadas trading system and making the trades on the range bar chart instead of on the M1 chart. Well, actually, it became a big failure, and I'll tell you why. Well, today I also made quite a lot of trades, and yes, I did. Ultimately, I did get a profit. But trading those range bar charts, the way they were set up, is basically very dangerous. I mean, it's like it's a bad thing. Actually, it's a bad thing. It doesn't fit my system. You see, my system with the Dadas trading checklist imposes on the trader a certain procedure, and this procedure is very strict. So in other words, this procedure restricts the trader and very often saves the trader from making foolish decisions and making trades that he shouldn't be making, right? And on the other hand, the range bar chart provokes the trader to make more trades. But on the other hand, it's very difficult to maintain the risk to reward always on the same level on those range bar charts. And then all of a sudden there comes a time when you simply lose everything you've made. So I'll show you what it looked like today. You see, it looked like this. In the beginning, I started. Well, the first trade I made, I lost. Well, it doesn't matter because I simply turned around and then I started making profit. And yeah, I made profit. So altogether on 4 trades, I made profit. And then the whipsaw started. You see, and I kept on trading, and you see that. I started, well, I was on a certain level, and I managed to keep that certain level, but it was all the time, it was lose, make up, lose, make up, lose, make up, and nothing forward. Then I made some more, and then I lost even more, right? I lost more than I made. So then I made up for it, and then again I lost a lot, and I didn't I didn't like this way of trading. You have to know when to stop at this moment, right? And basically I figured out that I will come back to my standard Dadas trading system, and then I started making the money again. So basically, yeah, that's that. I've told myself, forget it. The way the system is the good way, and I don't need to make so many trades per day in order to make money. I can make 2 or 3 trades, or maybe even 1 trade per day, if and when the situation arises, and when I can find a good situation to make a trade. Otherwise, simply don't make a trade. Yeah, like I said, we don't need to make $1 million in 2 weeks because that way of thinking simply makes it more difficult and more dangerous, because you can simply lose. Yeah, it provokes, or in other words, for people like me, that type of trading works wrong, or works bad mentally or psychologically, right? So I prefer to stick to this system, and so I guess that's what I have to say to you today. Well, also there was a match today. Poland was playing against Senegal on the FIFA World Cup. Well, unfortunately, we lost. We lost 2-1 for Senegal. Well, sort of a very strange match because, well, those two goals were the goals by Senegal was like we say a curiosity. They weren't really, they were like lucky goals rather than something that Senegal really worked for. And we were unable to shoot any goals for to Senegal. So let's hope that we do well in the next matches, and let's continue simply trading the Dadas trading system, and I'll keep you updated on anything that might happen. And of course, I'm asking you to I'm asking you to subscribe, and please join me. The best way to join me is really on Skype. I mean, you can go to Patreon and look at my movies. You can find me on YouTube and look at my films. And of course, but the best way to contact me is simply by Skype, and then we can make all the arrangements there, even chat a little bit or talk a little bit if you need to ask me questions or anything like that. So that's the best way. Please feel invited. Our English speakers group is growing slowly, but it is growing. The Polish group is also growing. I am still inviting, and I always will be inviting as many people as I can service. I'm glad to help you to understand what really trading is about. Thank you very much for this episode, and see you on the next one, and let's make it happen.